One of the most interesting stories, really, of the end of 2008 into 2009 is Merrill Lynch and Bank of America. Merrill Lynch was in trouble, just like Lehman Brothers, just like Bear Stearns, for that matter. And John Thain, the CEO of Merrill Lynch, picked up the phone, called Ken Lewis, the CEO of Bank of America, and said, "You want to buy this company?" And Ken Lewis jumped at it. In fact, Ken Lewis is the man who had built Bank of America, CEO for about 7 years up to that point, bought Fleet Bank, bought MBNA, made a lot of traditional acquisitions in banking that had worked. And here was Merrill Lynch, an opportunity to get really one of the crown jewels of Wall Street. And it's fascinating to think about this, because what Ken Lewis did is, in the course of one weekend, with minimal due diligence, actually make the deal. This from somebody who had a track record of being extremely good at making acquisitions. And so you go and you buy the company. There's no way they could have figured out all of the toxic assets that were actually there. And so for Ken Lewis, the two lessons I think that come out are, number one, he applied his past experience in making acquisitions, assumed this was a similar deal. And number two, maybe even more personal, he had these attachments to the background of the company and the influence of his mentor, Hugh McCall, who had put him into the job, and was the former CEO of Bank of America. And if you think about this, Hugh McCall built Bank of America into the powerhouse that it was. And here's Ken Lewis, his protege, always in his shadow, always in his footsteps, has a chance to buy Merrill Lynch, something that McCall never did, to provide great credibility on Wall Street. And he did it. And the net result is one of the worst acquisitions, I think, in the last 10 years. It's going to go down as one of the absolute worst ones.